Hello, this is Chris Starr, and today I am looking at ShaperBox 3, especially the TimeShaper. Computer Music Magazine put out a new issue out this month, and they were talking a lot about the ShaperBox. And I read the article, and I found out some stuff that I probably wasn't paying too much attention to that I thought was pretty cool. Among them is up here. You can barely see it, very dark. But there's a line right here, a line right here with with something up there, a line right here, and a line right here, and it corresponds to the time. So this would be a fourth, a fourth, a fourth, and a fourth of a full bar. So when you're looking at the time management down here, so if you say the range is going to be a bar in length, so this is a full bar from start to finish, and then now you got the time slices. So basically, what I got going, I have some noise I put out yesterday, or I was messing around with yesterday in preparation for this video. But right now, I got a simple one bar pattern. And we're gonna use the ShaperBox as basically a surgical delay, if you will. And we're gonna take this last part down here, and there's these things over here on the side that help you with doing the type of the thing. And basically this thing helps us kind of go like that. Now, another thing I learned from this is that basically down here, if you do like this and you don't have any diagonal or curvature to it, if you do it diagonally, it can either do a reverse or a kind of like a scratch method. But if you do it flat, it sort of acts like a delay. So let's try it. Or it does nothing. Basically, when it first played, the place where it should have, it was silent. And it totally removed it out from there, because I think what it's trying to do is it's trying to look for something that would have been playing there. So and now the reason why it's doing that is because I have it diagonally on where that pattern, that point is where it's playing. So, but the second time coming around through it, it's actually getting it again. So whoops. Let me try this. Okay, so that is how this works. So the further you go down in this, so from the top you do nothing, you go down this one, you go back that much time. So if you go here, you go back that much time, and this does it in fourths. So 1/4, that's only goes back a fourth, that goes back a half, that goes back 3/4, where a kick actually is. So pretty cool stuff. So if I wanted to, I could go like there, and that's where a kick would be. Now, with the Shaper Box, we are using this as a purely surgical delay, which is kind of interesting because most delays you have a time type thing, or realistically we're playing with the the I was gonna say syncopated, but the synchronizing of the DAW, where you could say, hey, I only want to do a delay on a fourth, I want to do it on the eighths, I want to do it on the 16ths, and it kind of does the same thing. But with here, we're a lot more surgical, and we're saying, I only want a delay to be that far away from here. I want my delay to be that far away from here. I want my delay to be that far away from here. As far as I know, most delays can't do that. So if we wanted to do... Overall, pretty cool stuff. Now we can add some more interesting elements by saying, hey, on this one, instead of messing around with it, I want to kind of mess with the sound of it. And so instead of... Yeah, that's correct. Instead of doing it in reverse, we're going to slow down or speed it up. So the amount that we're speeding it up is dependent on how far you're going, and then probably versely how much we're slowing it down the same way. So what we could do is we could say from here to here. Now imagine using a brake, and then you got something slightly more interesting here for your brakes. I mean, realistically, there's probably a ton of other features that can do reverses on a split and like the loop mix that I've used and all this other stuff. But with Shaperbox, it's all within there. Plus, you have all kinds of other things that you can add into, like reverb and other types of cool stuff. And then basically you can barely see it, but it's got our line from the previous one, so you can see what we've been doing. And in addition to, I think you can add it and then curve it. overall simple beat, kind of boring type of stuff. So either way, I made it more crazy. So realistically, in goes the what I came up with yesterday was a lot more crazier. Got some noise in there, got a little bit of drive, got a little reverb, got a little bit of filter, got a little bit of width, got a little bit of panning. Of course, stuff that you could probably do in Baywig with MSEGs and stuff like that. And then I got bass going, and then I got a 3-box. There we go. I got this thing. If you got your headphones on, or at least good monitors, you can actually hear that bass line extend way far past that one, because I additionally have Shaper Box on that bass line, and it's also doing some weird stuff on the low end, which is kind of, this sine wave is supposed to be sort of kind of like flutter like, but I have it on 4 bars, so it extends the actual 1 bar that I have of the stuff going all the way to 4 bars, so it overlaps each other. It produces a very crazy, well, delayed sound. So basically, it's just do 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 do. You can barely hear it, but it's back there, and the drums are it was really crazy. I have a really crazy EQ, and I tried to filter some because the drums are all over the spectrum. All over the spectrum, actually. And so it collides with all the other stuff going on. Overall, pretty crazy, pretty noisy, and hopefully pretty cool. I don't know. Shaper Box is kind of wild for a multi-effects tool. Awful lot like the Infiltrator and other types of effects onto its stuff. I think the time shifting actually is pretty interesting now that I understand a little bit more on how to use it and how to get what I want out of it. So I got a couple of things in there to delay it or to play it, and then I got a couple things to mess with the speeding it up or slowing it down. Actually, I think this is the slowing it down part of it. So overall, there's little bitty presets back here, and a lot of them are to do certain things. Oh, that bass line. Anyway, wanted to play around with it, show it off, make if you haven't been interested in it, maybe hopefully find it interesting a little. I don't know. There are better videos on how to use it, probably by the people that make it themselves, Cable Guys. I haven't actually watched them myself because I usually like to mess around with the things, but I happened upon it, and the article in Computer Music Magazine is actually pretty decent, and had a couple of techniques and tricks on getting. It was all about time shifted things you could do in audio, especially with like tape delay, vinyl scratching and stuff like that. Overall, pretty cool. Reverb echo voices and reversing them and doing reversing and stuff like that. Overall, pretty cool magazine read. But overall, hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and I will talk to you later.